In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, find peace, guidance, inspiration, and wisdom with Abdul Fattah Adeyemi's official app.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. I am Abdul Fattah Adeyemi. Emotional safety in the home. Your emotions in the home is going to guarantee you some form of safety in the home. Like we have seen, we have all of these emotions all around us. Let's see what we can say about some of them. One of the key aspects of Islamic psychology and understanding is when you see what is right and you try to promote it. But for the mainstream psychology, they look for what is wrong and they try to fix it. You get the gist now? They look for what is wrong so that we can fix it, but Islam looks for what is right so it can be promoted. So what can you promote in your family as a couple that is going to make this your emotions and feelings, that's going to make them to be useful for you? Number one of them is purpose. P for purpose. You have to have a sense of direction in life. You have to have a sense of purpose in life. You have to know what gets you out of bed in the morning, apart from coffee and apart from your phone. What exactly are the clear goals and values that guide your decisions in life? What are the feelings that you have that are connected to something that is larger than yourself? How do you experience motivation and direction? How do you live a life that aligns with your values and passions? People who are living a non-purposeful life or non-purposeful or purposeless marital life, they will always have problems with their emotions. It's like, okay, what are we even doing here? Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us why we have come to this world. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I've created mankind and jinn kind so they may worship me, right? Allah has a purpose of why He has created us. But why are you in that marriage? Are you an answer to my why? Do you fulfill an answer to my prayers? Are you the something I'm looking for? Am I the something you are also looking for? What is the something about you that can fulfill the something about me? What is the something I'm here to achieve in this world that you constitute a something that can guarantee me the something to achieve the something that I'm here to do in this world? Are you my something or somebody else's something? That's how you ask yourself the purpose. What am I doing here? Number two, engagement. You have to be fully engaged and absorbed in some meaningful activities. It is being fully absorbed and engaged in something that makes sense. When time disappears, when snacks are forgotten, and when your network data finished 3 hours ago and you didn't notice, that is when you are truly engaged in something that can give you what we refer to as the flow. The flow state is where hours feel like minutes, and just 5 more minutes turns into where did the day go? It's like Allahu Akbar. This flow that you must achieve in your life and your marriage is like when you are reciting the Quran and you get so absorbed in reading the Quran that you start swinging back and forth. You start leaning forward and backward without realizing that you are actually doing that. As it happened to you before, you are reading the Quran and you are just going like this. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sabbih isma rabbikal a'la alladhi khalaqa fasawwa walladhi qaddara fahada. You are swinging and you didn't realize you are swinging. That is the flow. What are the things? What exactly are the things that constitute the flow of your life? What is the flow of your job? What is the flow of your marriage? Is your marriage actually flowing, or you've got abscess? If you observe we humans very well, you see we have pipes all over our body. The veins that carry blood is like a kind of pipe. And if it is flowing easily, that is why you don't feel pain. If it should stop somewhere, you have abscess and you have pains. Because we don't flow, husband and wife, you don't flow together, you don't gel together, you don't move together, you don't chill together, you don't warm together, then you got abscess. Everything is standing still, like somewhere in Lagos. What are you productively engaged in that gives you satisfaction? The quality time and the attention that your marriage deserves. These are serious pointers to our emotional safety in the home. Do you flow in the home? If you don't flow, then you will not grow. If you flow in the home, it's the people that flows that can generate what we refer to as flower. Because they flow, they become flowers, and that's what we call flower. If there's no flower in your marriage, if you don't flow, you cannot grow flower. You are going to be all thorns, and you're going to be paining each other's backside. So that is engagement. What are you engaged in doing that makes you to flow and to grow? Number 3, relationships. What are the supportive connections you have with each other? Who are you relating with? Who are those contacts in your phone? If you check your phones now, you will have not less than 2,000 contacts. True or false? Anybody? You got many contacts on your phone, right? The question is, what are they doing there? Did you get these numbers, or these numbers got you? Your friends on the phones, did you make them your friends, or your friends made you their friends? If we comb through all of these contacts, in what ways are they related to you? What do they do to you? What emotional support do they offer you? What mutual trust and respect do you get from the people you relate with? And do you feel safe with those people around you? Do you feel safe emotionally with your spouse? Do you feel safer with everyone else apart from with your spouse? Then how do you relate with people? Why is everyone trying to avoid you? Will it be that you are the toxic one in the relationship? You got to check yourself. If something is wrong with this relationship, then you will not be emotionally safe in that relationship. What are you relating with each other for? On what basis are you corded to each other? In what basis are you cordially living together? When there's a cord that connects the mother to the fetus, you see the flow and you can understand that kind of relationship of nurturing. But the cord between you and your husband and you and your wife, what does it do? What does it pass? What do you pass to one another as a couple? And when there's this cord, we say you are in accord with one another. But when this cord has problems, we say you have marital discord. And when there's marital discord, anything can happen from there. Mind it very well. If you are corded with people that give you emotional roller coaster, that doesn't give you peace of mind, it means it's not working. That marriage is not working anymore. Then what about M? That's the meaning. Finding significance and purpose in life experience. What is the meaning of your life? What's the point of all this? Sometimes you discover that you are preoccupied with things that are none of your business in marriage. And sometimes you be like, who sent me self? What am I doing in this marriage? Who sent me to come and carry this load that's not my own? Life's purpose involves uncovering the reasons you are here. Besides paying school fees and wondering what to cook for supper, there should be something more important in your life that you should be doing. What is the meaning of this marriage of yours? And A, for accomplishment. Do you know that growing old is a trap? Have you ever thought of that? You just be like, exactly what have I been doing with my life? And you can't go back to be young again. So adulting is 90% pretending that you know what you are doing. Most of the time we just think we have it all figured out. Until when you get old, then you see what you have achieved, you see what you have gathered, you see what you have collected, you see what you have been busy doing, and then you feel like you have been scammed big time. Yes, life has scammed many of us because we don't know that we are not accomplishing anything. In your marriage, what do you do? What do you celebrate? What do you accomplish? Do you read Quran together as husband and wife? Do you fast and break your fast together Mondays and Thursdays? Do you gather some money and donate something to the orphanage as a couple? When was the last time you ever bought pen for children in early primary schools as a matter of sadaqah to them? If you don't have that sense of accomplishment or what you are achieving together as husband and wife, then you are not going to be emotionally safe. And then nurturing. How do we nurture each other? You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. If you have a list of the people that you should care about, make sure you are number one on that list. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone. If you don't know how to enjoy life, you cannot bring enjoyment to any other person. If you don't know how to be happy, you can't make anybody to be happy. So you've got to have your own emotions, and you've got to learn how to deal with your emotions. You don't expect your husband to be the one to come and sit down and listen 3 hours for you to be ranting and complaining about your feminine, female, cheeky things. No, your husband is not your friend, he's your husband. So many of you complain, he doesn't listen to me. He doesn't have time to hear me out. He's not a woman. Look for ladies like you and go and emote in their presence. You don't expect your husband to deal with your PMS. You don't expect your husband to be the one to sit you down, watch you cry, rant over things, and then you think it's okay. Most men don't have that time because they are not created for that. Look for a counselor or get a mirror and cry to the mirror. Yes, cry to the mirror and take selfie while you are crying. So you'll be like, how do I look crying like this? I'm crying over money. I'm crying over life. I'm crying over my feelings. I'm crying over my hormonal changes. I'm crying over my menses. I'm crying over my babies. Cry, my sister. Get a bucket. Cry it full. You will be all right. So in other words, if you can't take care of your emotions, you can't expect people to do it for you all the time. So sisters, deal with it on your own as a woman. Look for ladies that understand what you are talking about. Stop putting all on your husband. If you want to be happy, that's what I'm saying. If you want to have emotional balance, you got to take care of that. Brothers too, well, brothers don't emote much, but we have our own ways of doing our things. We have our brothers' codes. Don't go home and start putting all your emotions on your wife. Right? Go to the masjid, see the imam or the muaddin, see Amir. Talk to them so that they can remove some of the things that are heavy in your mind. Don't go home and be frowning and boning your face and behaving like a lion. Then you go home, people talk to you, you answer with your nose. Then you are not pleasant. Your wife is happy, she's singing, she's dancing. You get to and say, don't you have better things to do? Excuse me, what's your business? Keep your own emotion aside. Let this woman have a nice time. So don't attack each other's emotions. Deal with yourself. And then you can come back together and do what is good together. And then we have the emotions generally. Do you remember that happiness is contagious? Do you remember that? Experiencing happiness and gratitude and contentment, they are things that can be very good for us to give us that stability. Brothers and sisters, when was the last time both of you laughed and your ribs ache? Husband and wife. This is a challenge. When was the last time both of you were laughing and you were rolling on the ground? You have not been doing that. Or when was the last time both of you laughed and you tap each other's hand in high five, tap like that, husband and wife? When was the last time you laughed alone at work and people will be like, what happened? You say, I just remembered a joke we cracked with my wife yesterday. Or something my husband said that was so funny. When was the last time that you forwarded a funny skit or video to your spouse? How will you feel safe with someone that cannot make you laugh? And sometimes it's not that people are not ready to make you laugh. You are the one that doesn't know even how to laugh. You know some people will be holding laughter. You know, they can say somebody is stingy. My sister, some people are stingy with laughter. Yeah. He doesn't laugh, he doesn't smile, he doesn't joke. Please, what kind of a person is that? And you know some of our brothers, they will like go to a wedding event, a wedding fatia. They will just stand like that and be looking. Asking, I'm a Sahaba here. Yeah, I'm a Sahaba on call. No. Let us have fun. Let's make happiness. Let's create joy. Let's please each other. It is what pleases us that we say is pleasant. Do pleasant things so that you can be pleased with one another. And it is when you are pleased with each other by doing pleasant things, that's when you enjoy the pleasure of marriage. The pleasure of marriage can come when we do and say pleasant things to each other. And that brings us to niceness and kindness. Being nice, being kind. These are things, Allah Akbar. The Prophet ﷺ never joked with all of these things. Allah Akbar. What of the warmth? What of the hospitality? What of the virtues of benevolence and charity? What of niceness that doesn't require being a saint per se? It doesn't require so much wealth. It's just basic human decency for you to be nice towards one another. You've got to listen attentively and empathetically offer genuine smiles and compliments to one another. وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Speak kind words to people. وَعَشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Live with your wife with ma'ruf, with niceness. When was the last time you bought boxers as gift for your husband? Abi is the only one that's supposed to be doing everything. Then men, you don't know that you're supposed to be nice to your wife after your ibadah. And let me tell you one thing that is most difficult when it comes to being nice to one another, couples. Do you know what is most difficult? Forgiving each other when we are angry. And that is the most difficult thing for us to do. What types of crime has anger not led people into committing? People have killed, people have destroyed because they were angry. Marriages have been broken, hearts have been broken, homes have been broken, children have been broken because we are angry. And anger is a deviation for celebration. It's an aberration to meaningful articulation. You will just kind of talk without saying anything, and you will say things without actually talking. And so anger makes you to shout, it makes you to scream, it makes you to hate, it makes you to hit, it makes you to hurt, and it makes you to cry. Then it makes you to suffer and makes you to do stupid things, real stupid things that make you look really stupid, and even stupid people will call you stupid. Yeah, because of what you have said out of anger, what you have done out of anger. Anger makes you mess up your life. It will mess up your marriage, mess up your career, mess up your relationship, and mess up your destiny. We cannot completely rid ourselves of the emotion of anger, but we must not allow it to becloud our other noble emotions of patience and understanding. Please, let's forgive one another. This is one of the most difficult things for couples to do. If you can try, the Quran says, "Alladhina yunfiquna fi sarra wa dharra wa likazimina al-ghayz wa la'afina 'anil nas. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin." Those who spend Allah's cause in prosperity and adversity, and who repress their anger and who pardon others when they offend them. And Allah loves those who are good doers. You understand what that means? It means Allah knows there are times we are going to be pissed off with ourselves. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. Pissed off. Is this Islamic? Yeah? Oh, I don't want to say pissed off. What else should I say apart from pissed off? You understand? Okay. Hey, okay, you understand? I don't want to say it again. I've said pissed off severally. Sometimes we just piss each other off. But what do you want to do? We have to forgive. You know, that's the trial of our iman. As far as I'm concerned, that's the best way to prove your iman with Allah. To forgive somebody even when you are angry, even when you are annoyed, and you still move on. Not that you're not going to talk about it, not that you're not going to address it, but you are ready to forgive. If husband does it and wife does it, this is going to stabilize our emotions. You don't have to edit yourself to speak to your husband anymore, because you know that whatever thing you say, he will not judge you, he will not use it against you. Even if you make mistake, he will forgive you. Is it not better for us to do that? And finally, talents. We must recognize each other's talents. The Prophet said, everybody will find it easy to do the things that Allah has created them for. What are your talents? What are your gifts? What are you bringing to the family? Everyone has got a superpower, it's just that we cannot fly. But these talents are your ability to worship Allah, to do the right thing, and to grow and to thrive in Allah. As a couple, we should celebrate each other's talents and gifts. That way we can have that sense of belonging and sense of achievement. We can feel safe, we can feel honored, we can feel appreciated, and we can feel loved in our homes. And this is where Allah says finally, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. And Allah has put love and mercy in your heart. There cannot be love without mercy, and there cannot be mercy without love. These are the biggest emotions that we have to have for one another. To truly love each other, to truly show mercy on each other, and then to have that safe haven, the safe home of Sakina. And that's why Allah says, لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. Quran chapter 30 verse 21. So that you can find peace and tranquility in each other. This is how to find a safe haven, a safe home. Adam and Eve were put in paradise so that they can experience what a safe haven is. The Garden of Eden. So I've mentioned PERMANENT as mnemonics for all of those things I've mentioned, so that you can have permanent peace of mind and permanent safe place for us to thrive and to grow and to worship Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Download the Abdel Fattah DME app now and start your journey to a more meaningful, purpose-driven life. Available for free on the App Store and Google Play. Join the community. Transform your life. Edit your universe.